Hi everybody, I have a short video for you to explain a little bit about prepositional phrases and what I'm asking you to do this week. First of all, get to know what prepositions are. I have a list here of some of them. It's not all of them. You might want to stop the video and write some of these down. It's important for you to know what a preposition is, because a prepositional phrase begins with a preposition, which was one of these, and there are others. This is just a sampling, and it ends with a noun. So in my first sentence here, I have a preposition, as you can see from the list. Is it on the list? Nope, it's not, but it is one. And it ends in a noun. Preposition is a noun. So with a preposition is a prepositional phrase. Now there's a prepositional phrase in this sentence here. What is it? Do you see it? I'm not talking about the example here. Notice right here in the bullet item, first bullet item, that's a prepositional phrase because it starts with N, which is a common, very common prepositional phrase, and it ends in bullet or item, bullet item. So it's a prepositional phrase. Now, infinitive phrases, which are harder to do, and if you don't get any in this assignment, I'm not going to be upset. Remember creating participles? They were verbs that ended in ing and ed, but they were used as modifiers, like to add detail. Well, ing and ed verbs also can be used as infinitive phrases, and instead of having a modifier, you have a noun. For example, swimming is fun. Swimming is an ing word. You've got an infinitive, so you've got an infinitive. It's not a phrase, but you've got an infinitive being used as a verb, as a noun, excuse me. These you might want to stop the video and write down. This is the way the numbers should be combined. I know that some of you leave sentences out or use a sentence from another part. This is the way you should do it, so you might want to stop this and write that down. And then I've got an example for you. Where's it at? Here we go. You can see all my mess. Okay. The three sentences were: the Chicago World's Fair in 1893 may have been the greatest world fair in history. If you noticed, already you've got in 1893, that's a prepositional phrase, and the sentence already has in history, which is a prep phrase. But it wants you to take these two sentences and turn them into prepositional phrases if you can, or infinitive. I've done a prepositional phrase with: the Chicago World's Fair may have been the greatest world fair in history, with, and remember, a prepositional phrase ends in a noun, so I changed this to construction costs, or I could put to construct, which is your infinitive phrase, which is an infinitive, excuse me, and with over 27 million visitors. I've used a prepositional phrase, and I've used a prepositional phrase. And here you've got an infinitive phrase acting like a noun. Here we've got two sentences, one saying fair included many exhibits representing faraway countries. The exhibits, notice again we're still using exhibits. Exhibits are the same. And as it says at the end of that in the text, use the with to. So to do that, you put, or excuse me, from to. So you make this into from an Algerian theater, and then you name the rest of them, to a Venetian cafe. So you've got a prepositional phrase that goes from there, and then another prepositional phrase here. You're stacking your prepositional phrases, and that's something that you want to do. I hope this helped you get started. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.